Hello students, welcome back to TutorHub, your e-classroom on YouTube. So today we'll be learning problem-solving techniques on angles of elevation and depression. Okay, so before we start, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment if you got the correct answers. Okay, so let's begin. So again, we'll be solving problems on angles of elevation and depression. Are you ready? Please like the video if you're ready. Very good. Okay, let's start. For our first problem, I want you to show your solution and box or encircle your final answer. So our first problem is, a ladder that is 20 feet long is leaning against the side of a building. If the angle formed between the ladder and the ground is 75 degrees, how far is the bottom of the ladder from the base of the building? Okay, so let us first identify the given information. So we have a ladder that's 20 feet tall. It's leaning against the side of a building, and you have a 75-degree angle formed between the ladder and the ground. And we are asked to determine the distance from the bottom of the ladder to the base of the building. So what's the second thing that we need to do after identifying the given information? Very good. We need to draw the problem. Okay, so let's say we have a building. Let's say this is the wall of the building. And then you have a ladder that is leaning on the side of the building, on this wall of the building. Okay, so let's say this is our ladder and this is the wall. Okay. And then the problem says that the ground and the ladder forms 75 degrees. Okay. Assuming this is perfectly 90 degrees, right? And then the ladder is 20 feet long. Okay. And then what else was given? We need to determine the distance from the bottom of the ladder here until the base of the building. So we need to determine x, right? So with respect to the given angle, we have this side and this side. So again, how do we call this side? The length of the ladder with respect to a right triangle. Very good. So this is the hypotenuse. And with respect to this angle, how do we call the distance from the bottom of the ladder to the base of the building? Very good. This is the adjacent side, right? So now that we know that we have the length of the hypotenuse and we're required to determine the adjacent side, and we have the angle between these two sides, then which trigonometric ratio do you think should we use? Sine, cosine, or tangent? Very good. We need to use the cosine trigonometric function, right? So cosine 75 is adjacent. We will be looking for the adjacent side and we know the length of the hypotenuse, okay? Who among you said that it is cosine, the cosine function? Please like this video so that we will know if you got the correct answer. Like the video if you said it should be cosine. Okay, very good. So I hope many of you got the correct answer that we should be using the cosine trigonometric function. Very good. Okay, then we need to substitute the values of the adjacent side, which is unknown, x, and then 20, which is the length of the ladder. So we need to transpose 20 to the other side so that we can solve for the value of x, right? So that would be 20 times cosine 75. Everybody, please get your calculators. What is 20 multiplied to cosine 75? Okay. Please leave in the comment your answers. Write in the comment your answers. What is 20 times cosine 75? Everybody, please type in the comments your answers. What is 20 times cosine 75? So we will know who got the correct answer. Okay? So the correct answer is approximately 5.18 feet, right? So we say that the distance from the base of the building to the bottom of the ladder is approximately 5.18 feet. Okay? Who got the correct answer? If you got the correct answer, click the subscribe button so that we will know the number of students who are able to understand and get the correct answer. Okay? Those who liked the video, understood or got the correct trigonometric function that we should use cosine, and those who left or placed their comments, their answers, that is 5.18 feet, got the correct answer, and those who subscribed understood this problem very well. Okay, very good students. So I hope this is clear with you. Let's go to the second problem. The same with the previous one, I want you to show your solution and box or encircle your final answer. Okay, now our second problem is a 100 feet building casts a 300 feet shadow. What is the angle of depression? Okay, so we need to determine the given information. So we have a 100 feet building. It has a 300 feet shadow, and we are asked the angle of depression of the building. Okay, so let's say this is our building. Okay, and it casts a 300 feet shadow. Okay, so our building is 100 feet tall. Okay, and it has a 300 feet shadow. Okay, and then we are asked to determine the angle of depression of the building. Okay, the angle of depression. Okay, so as we said in our previous videos, the angle of depression would be congruent to this angle because they are alternate interior angles, right? So alternate interior angles are congruent with each other because they are divided by, or the horizontal, the parallel lines that forms these angles are divided by a diagonal transversal line. Okay, so that's what you have here. So our angle here, theta, is equivalent to this angle theta. So whatever our answer here would be, that would be the measure of this angle. So because we formed a right triangle within the triangle that contains the angle that we need to determine, we need to ask ourselves which dimensions or parts of the right triangle are present. Okay, which parts do we know? Okay, so with respect to this, we have this side and this side. How do we call this side the length of the building with respect to this angle? Anybody? Can you comment on can you place on the comment section your answers? How do we call this side? Okay, very good. This is the opposite side. Okay, those who commented will get plus points. Very good. Okay, so that is what you call the opposite side. Now, with respect to this angle, how do you call this side? Okay, leave the comment for your answers. How do you call this side with respect to this angle? Very good. This is the adjacent side. Very good. So we know the opposite and the adjacent side with respect to this angle. Therefore, which trigonometric ratio would be used to solve for the measure of this angle? Very good. We need to use the tangent function, right? Because we have the opposite side and the adjacent side given to us so that we can determine the unknown angle. So at this point, we will substitute the given. So we have 100 feet and 300 feet. So tan x, solving for x, we click shift tan 100 over 300. Okay, everybody get your calculators. What is shift tan 100 over 300? Okay, write in the type on the comment section your answers. What is shift tan 100 over 300? Okay, so I suggest you divide 100 over 300 first before you do shift tan, or you click shift tan then parenthesis 100 over 300. You should know how to use your calculators and which sequence would work best for you to get the correct answer. Okay? Everybody, please write your answers in the comment section. Okay? So the correct answer is approximately 18.43 degrees. So the angle of depression is approximately 18.43 degrees. So who got the correct answer? We will check that in the chat box, in the comment section, who got the correct answer of 18.43 degrees. Okay? So I hope by now you are more confident in solving problems on angle of depression and angle of elevation and using the trigonometric functions to solve this problem. Again, students, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment on how did you find our lesson today. So thank you everyone for watching TutorHub, your e-classroom on YouTube. Until next time, happy learning everyone!